Do you want to know the number one reason why your YouTube channel will not work and why your YouTube channel isn't working? It's the number one reason why all YouTube channels stop working. And it sounds cliche, you've heard it before, but it's because you stop uploading. As soon as you stop uploading on your YouTube channel, it's dead. Unless you run a crazy evergreen, type YouTube channel where in like a year's time a video blows up, but we're not talking about that here. For the vast majority of people, the second you stop uploading, your channel is gone. So in this video, I want to give you some words of encouragement of why it's so important to keep on uploading, and to give you some encouragement that you're heading in the right direction and that you're not alone in this journey. And B, I want to show you some actual evidence from channels that we run. Evidence that if you keep uploading, it can work. Because it's very easy for someone just to say, keep uploading. But if you don't have the evidence and someone else doesn't have the evidence for you to show you that what you're doing can work, then it's very easy to just think, well, it's easy for them to just say, keep uploading, but what's the point? Why would I want to listen to them? So, and I get that. And that leads me into the next thing, which is, why should you listen to anything that I have to tell you? Now, I'm going to keep this short because you may have seen a few videos on this channel before. But my name is Jay, and for the past 11 plus years, my wife and I have been running a YouTube-focused media company. What the hell does that mean? It basically means we started a YouTube channel over 11 years ago that went on to become one of the most successful YouTube channels in its space. We still run that channel to this day. And off the back of that YouTube channel, we grew 15 plus YouTube channels, which is what we run now. Plus we manage lots of client channels, and we help people, businesses and individuals grow and sustain on YouTube. We are only in this space of teaching because we got so annoyed with people out there teaching people how to do YouTube when they themselves have never done it, and they're giving people advice. People like myself 11 years ago who would have listened to this advice and thought, oh my God, I don't know anything about YouTube. And YouTube is not that complicated. If someone is making YouTube sound and seem complicated, they're probably overextending their knowledge base to make it seem like they know more than what they're actually letting on, to make it seem like you think, to make you perceive them as knowing more than they know, so that you think, I need to learn more from this person because they seem to know what they're talking about. Whereas the majority of that is just rubbish, because they're using AI to generate a script that says, how do I grow on YouTube? And then they're recording a video and uploading it for other creators to learn from, and it's not the best information to be learning from. So anyway, I've always said this, and I'll say it now, I'll say it again. The second that we stop uploading out on our own YouTube channels, which we do not share for privacy reasons, and if you want evidence that I do actually run the channels that I talk about, and that we do actually run a business that is focused around YouTube, you can check out a video that I'm going to put in the comments in the description that shows the back end of the channels, some of the channels that we run, and anyone who knows anything about YouTube knows you can't fake that. And if you still don't believe us, then the only way that I would be able to convince you of what we do is to share the channels, and I'm never going to do that. So that is that. So let's get into the reason that you are here, which is you want to know why it is you're feeling like you should quit, why it is you've maybe already quit, and how to not quit on YouTube. So first things first, why do people quit uploading on YouTube? There's two reasons why they do this. The first is they have this unrealistic expectation of their YouTube journey. And it usually goes something like this. I'm going to start uploading on YouTube, and I think I'm going to have 100,000 subs in a couple of months because my videos are so good. And then they upload content and nothing happens. They get 0 views, and they think, what is the point? No one is watching. Who am I producing this content for? And then they just give up because they think there's no one's ever going to watch. This is how it started, is how it's going to go on forever. But that just is not the case. I always say that if you uploaded your first video and you got 1 million views and 100,000 subs, you would upload your second video. and your third video, and if they kept getting views, you would just keep going. It would completely reduce that feeling of I'm going to quit if you were getting the results, or were getting any results that gave you a good feedback. Because you get into that feedback loop with YouTube, but you don't get that until you've been consistent. This is why it's so important. And if you take anything away from this video, let it be this. Go into YouTube with the mindset of, I'm going to upload a weekly video, which generally is the gold standard for most content. It's once per week on YouTube. That's all you really need. Yes, you can upload more. Yes, you can upload less, but for the majority of people, once per week is all you need. I'm going to upload one piece of content, long-form content, per week on YouTube for 6 to 12 months, and I'm going to expect nothing in return, apart from enjoy the process, get better with my content, and just see what happens. If you can do that for 6 to 12 months with zero expectations on yourself, YouTube will be so much more enjoyable for you to be a creator on than if you go in with, in 6 months I'm going to have 1,000 subs, I'm going to get monetized, I want to be earning money, I want to quit my job in 12 months. That is so much pressure to put on yourself. That is, in a grand scale of things, is very, very hard to achieve. Why would you do it? You're just going to increase your chances of quitting and being disheartened. When you're disheartened, you lose motivation. When you lose motivation, you lose momentum. When you lose momentum, you stop uploading. And when you stop uploading, your YouTube channel dies. So, how do you remind yourself that despite getting no views and it feeling like no one is watching your content, how do I still just keep going? Well, like I said at the beginning, you listen to someone who's done it multiple times and it can show you that if you just keep going, it can work. So I use the gym analogy with this a lot. If you went to the gym and you worked out for 2 months and you didn't see any results, well, not even 2 months, let's say you worked out for 2 weeks and you saw no results and then you quit, do you think you're going to get to where you want to be by quitting that early? Of course not. Whereas if you go to the gym for 6 months to 12 months and you start to see results, and then you get the feedback loop of, I'm seeing results, so I'm going to keep going. YouTube is exactly the same. I use the working out analogy and YouTube because they follow very, very similar paths and they follow very, very similar timelines. Consistency is so important. I know it's cliche, I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but it's the advice that you hear over and over and over again, and the advice that you already know within yourself. That is usually the advice that you need to start taking. So, I'm going to put up on screen now. This is one particular channel. I'm going to show you just one channel, otherwise we'll be here all day. This is one of the channels that we run, and we started this channel a few years ago. And this channel is very, very successful nowadays. It has its ups and downs, as all channels do, but on a grand scale, this channel is pretty successful. And it's really only just getting started. You know, this is a long-term channel, and off the back of this channel, there are memberships, there's merchandise, there's other external things going on. So this isn't just, it started as just a YouTube channel, but it's expanded to outside of YouTube. So take a look at the analytics, the lifetime analytics of this channel, and as you'll be able to see, when we started this channel, we were getting basically no views. This is where everyone starts. And then round about here, based on experience of working with lots and lots of people and seeing lots and lots of creators quit despite putting out good content, this is roughly where most people quit. And then the channel just doesn't do anything. If we'd have quit there, this channel would have just died. But we didn't. We kept uploading. And now look at the channel. You know, it's, yes, like I said, it's had its ups and downs, but overall this is a very successful YouTube channel, and it will continue to be a successful YouTube channel for many years to come because we're consistent and we upload. This channel doesn't do anything special. Don't get caught up on what niche this is in. Don't get caught up on how we do things or how we run this channel or any of the titles or the thumbnails or any of that stuff. None of that matters, because regardless of all of that, most channels follow this exact same layout and this exact same trajectory. It's nothing for a very long time. Your favorite creator went through this. It's nothing for a very long time, and then it turns into something. And it's the people who can weather the storm of the nothing get to enjoy the something. So not only is it important for me to tell you just to keep uploading on a regular basis, as long as it's manageable. And again, I could talk about this for hours about how to make sure it's sustainable, and because maybe it's not the fact that you're not seeing views, maybe it's the fact that it's taking too much time, and that's a whole different thing. But if everything is just working nicely, but you're just not getting the views that you wanted, reduce your expectations, and then you have nothing to lose. Just a quick story before I leave. Our very first YouTube channel that we started over 11 years ago, which has millions of subscribers now, and started our business on. That channel took a year to grow. That channel took a year to gain 1,000 subscribers. Now, had we quit, and we were uploading one video per week, and it took us a year to gain 1,000 subs, had we quit at any point in that year, the channel would have died. Can you even imagine if we'd have done that? Like, it's scary to even think about that. There could have been any moment within that year time period where we could have quit, and our entire life would have changed. So remember that, because like I said at the beginning, it's very easy for someone to come on here and say just upload. It means nothing. You need to see that it actually means something from someone who has done it multiple times, that you have to keep uploading on a weekly basis in order to see results. If after 12 months of weekly uploads or more, you're still not seeing any results, then maybe you can start to think about, am I doing something wrong? Is this just an industry that is maybe too saturated, or something just isn't working? Then I need to change. But you only have that conversation 6, ideally 12 plus months down the line. You have no business changing your everything unless you've been doing it consistently for 12 months. And again, going back to the working out analogy, imagine changing your workout plan every month because you're not seeing the results that you want to get. You just wouldn't do it. So treat it like that. Upload consistently, and if you're going to see results, you will probably see results within 12 months. So, like I said at the beginning, the number one reason that all YouTube channels fail is because they fail to upload. They give up when they think no one is watching. They give up before YouTube has had a chance to just categorize what's going on and figure everything out. YouTube takes a while to start pushing your content out, no matter how good it is. It's not a testament to how good of a YouTuber you are on how quickly you can grow your channel. In my opinion, a testament of what is a good YouTuber is someone who is able to consistently upload despite getting no views, no likes, no comments. That is a lonely place to be in. And the people who push through that are the people who become successful YouTubers. So keep that in mind. The next minute you think about quitting, remember this video, come back to this video. Remember, all of your creators have been through pretty much the exact same thought process that you're going through right now. However, instead of giving up, they carried on. So keep on carrying on, keep on uploading, have fun. I'll see you next time.